Let us stand for our opening prayer. Who wants to volunteer to lead the prayer? Yes, Mr. Digno. Okay, let's pray. Amen. Thank you, Mr. Digno. Okay, good morning, class. So, class, before you sit, kindly arrange your chairs properly and pick up all the letters underneath. So now, I will check the attendance first. So please, raise your hand and say present once I call your names. Andres Ivony. Okay, class, this time, I want you to prepare yourself and make yourself comfortable for the rest of our discussion. Kindly bring out your pen and notebook and please focus your attention on me, your eyes, and your ears because there are so many things that you need to learn. And class, I am sure that the learnings you will get in our discussion will help you for the rest of your lives. So, I hope that you will all participate and you will take notes throughout our discussion. And class, expect that at the end of our discussion, we will be having an activity and quiz. And your notes will serve as your basis to answer those activities. I am making myself clear. Okay. Okay, class, welcome. To start off, I want you to guess the following jumbled letter that I prepared here. Class, this jumbled letter will tell you what our topic is all about. Okay, class, using the clue on the column B, guess me if who and what words do you think I am? This is the column B. So the first letter is P and the last letter is L. So who wants to answer number 1? Yes, Miss De Fiesta. Pascal. Yes, very good. The answer for number 1 is Pascal. Okay, number 2. Boys on the back. Yes, Mr. Digno. Leibniz. Yes, very good. The answer for number 2 is Leibniz. Okay, number 3. Thoughts. Very good. Okay, number 4. Yes, Miss Solon. Contributions. Very good. And the last but not the least, number 5. Yes, Mr. De Los Santos. Mathematics. Very good again. Ang gagaling naman ng mga estudyante ko. Class, thank you for your cooperation and activeness in the first part of our discussion. Okay, class, now, based on these following words, what do you think is our topic all about? Anybody? Yes, Miss Andres. Okay, very good. Our topic for today is all about Pascal and Leibniz thoughts and contributions in the fields of mathematics. Okay, class, now, did you know Pascal? What about Leibniz? Are you familiar with them? What do you think they did for mathematics? So class, for you to know the answer, listen carefully, focus, and understand the lesson that I will discuss. So class, ano ang tawag nyo dito? Okay. Is it a frame, right? So, ano naman ang ilalagay sa frame? inside the frame, Pascal or Leibniz. So according to him, we know the truth not only by the reason, but also by the heart. We know the truth not only by the reason, but also by the heart. Who do you think is he? So class, he is Sir Blaise Pascal. Since nakita nyo na yung itsura ni Sir Blaise Pascal, meron ba kayong idea tungkol sa kanya? So class, kung wala, ito siya. So class, Sir Blaise Pascal is a French mathematician, physicist, inventor, philosopher, writer, and Catholic theologian. He was born on June 19, 1623 at Clermont-Ferrand, France, and died on August 19, 1662 at the age of 39 in Paris, France. He is one of the greatest and most influential mathematician of all time. His father is Sir Eugène Pascal and his mother is Ma'am Antoinette Bigot. So, Sir Blaise Pascal is also a French mathematician who laid the theory of probability. And he is famous for his Pascal triangle and Pascal theorem. Later on, mapag-aaralan natin ang about theory of probability and Pascal theorem and Pascal triangle. So class, alam niyo ba si Sir Blaise Pascal at the age of 3, namatay na ang kanyang ina. At class, hindi rin siya uma-attend sa school para doon mag-aral at matuto. Dahil Sir Blaise Pascal ay nasa bahay lamang nila at ang kanyang nagsisilbing guro ay ang kanyang ama. Subalit, si Sir Pascal Sr. ay hindi siya tinuturuan about mathematics. Tinuturuan lamang siya class about different kinds of languages such as Latin and Greek. But Sir Blaise Pascal did a lot of contributions not only in the fields of mathematics, but also in the fields of science, philosophy, and others. Now, what do you think are his important contributions in the fields of mathematics? Class, here are the contributions of Sir Blaise Pascal. So, his first contributions is he contributed Pascal theorem to the emerging field of projective geometry. So class, I want you to know that at the age of 16, Sir Blaise Pascal wrote an essay on conic section, treatise entitled Essay for Los Coniques on the classical work of Sir Richard Desargues on the synthetic projective geometry. So class, before we know the meaning of Pascal theorem, let's notice first about projective geometry. So class, projective geometry is a branch of geometry deals with the properties and variants of any geometrical figures under projection. So class, dito na-develop yung Pascal theorem. So ano nga ba yung conic section class? So conic section is any curve produced by intersection of a plane and right circular cone. So now, what do we mean by Pascal theorem? Okay? Do you have any idea about Pascal theorem, class? Okay, kung wala, here is it. So class, Pascal theorem, it is also known as the hexagramum mysticum theorem. It is stated that if 6 arbitrary points are chosen on a conic and joined by line segment in any order to form a hexagon, then the 3 pairs of opposite sides of the hexagon meet at 3 points which lie on the straight line called the Pascal line of the hexagon. So class, I have here an illustration about Pascal theorem. Okay, class, here is one of the illustration of Pascal theorem. So, class, ano ang napansin nyo rito? Yes, Miss De Fiesta. Okay, very good. We have A, B, C, D, and E, and F. 6 points on the inside of the circle. Okay, ano pa? Yes, Miss Palafox. Okay, very good. Merong mga points na kung saan nag-intersection sila or nagsalubong. Okay, we have A and B correspondingly to E and D. So, merong intersection. Guys, ito yung dot na, orange dot na nagre-represent dun sa points na nagkaroon sila ng intersection. Okay, next is A and F correspondingly to C and D. O, lalagyan ulit natin ng points yung pinag-intersection na nila, which is ito. Okay, next is class E, F, and correspondingly to C and B. So, lalagyan ulit natin ng points class. Kaya, magkakaroon na tayo ng points G, H, and K. So, class, napapansin ninyo class na merong line doon sa G, H, and K. So, class, ang tawag sa line na ito is the Pascal line of the hexagon. Which is, class, na sinasabi na 3 points lie on the single line. Okay? G and G, H, K points are collinear. Why? Because collinear means that there are 3 or more points that lie on the single line. Okay? Naiintindihan ba, class? Okay, class, another example tayo. So, gawin naman natin siya sa hyperbola, class. So, ang Pascal theorem, class, pwede lang natin siyang illustrate any kinds of shapes of conic sections such as ellipse, circle, hyperbola, and parabola. So, now, class, gawin naman natin siya sa hyperbola. So, example number 2. So, class, here is hyperbola. So, now, para hindi tayo mahirapan, or para mas maunawaan natin mabuti, is A, B, and C lang ang gamitin natin. Okay? Lagyan natin dito ng A, B, and C. So, sa kabila, class, is A prime, B prime, and C prime. So, now, mag-form na tayo ng hexagon. Pag-pairin natin yung mga points. So, A and B prime class correspondingly to A prime and B. So class, meron na tayong points. Ilagay na natin yung points dito sa pinag-intersectionan ng isang pair. Okay? Here is. Okay, next is A and C prime class correspondingly to A prime and C. Okay? So, class, meron naman tayong another point. So, ilagay na natin para hindi tayo malito. Okay, next is B and C prime. Okay, correspondingly to B prime and C. Okay, class, meron naman tayong isang point. So, class, kompleto na yung points natin, yung 3 points. So, lalagyan na natin siya ngayon ng straight line. So, class, ano na ang tawag dito sa line na to, class? Pascal line. Very good. It is Pascal line where 3 points lie on the single straight line. Okay? Nakukuha niyo ba? So, class, these points are also collinear, which means that 3 points lie on the single line. So, class, sinabi rin ni Pascal sa kanyang essay na kahit i-expand or palakihin itong shapes na ito, class, is still narito lang yung point sa isang line. Hindi siya pupunta rito, hindi siya pupunta rito, at hindi magbabago ng posisyon. Okay, class, naiintindihan niyo ba? So, class, kung walang tanong sa Pascal theorem, let's proceed to his next contribution. So, class, Sir Blaise Pascal invented the world's first fully functional mechanical calculator. So class, between 1642 and 1644, Sir Blaise Pascal conceived and constructed a calculating machine called Pascaline. So class, here is the image of Pascaline. So now, what do we think about Pascaline? Ano kaya ito at ano ang kaya nitong gawin sa mathematics? So, do you have any idea, class, kung ano ang kayang gawin ng Pascal calculator? Anybody? Kung wala, so class, Pascaline, it is also called arithmetic machine. The first calculator or adding machine to be produced in any quantity and actually used. Pascaline, it could only do addition and subtraction, with numbers being entered by manipulating its dial. So class, Pascaline, ang nagagawa lang ng calculator na ito is addition and subtraction. So class, dito siya class. So class, makikita natin din sa picture na merong wheels, parang wheel, parang gulong, ito, and may number sa taas. So class, kapag kainikot natin ito class, lalabas yung number dito. Ito may number ito, 1 to 9, okay? Yung bawat parang arrow niya, okay? Pag inikot natin siya class ng clockwise or pag ganito class, so yung alam niyo ba yung ikot ng orasan? So ganon. Pag clockwise class is addition ang kaya niyang gawin. While kapag counterclockwise naman sa class is subtraction. So para siyang radyo class, alam niyo ba yung volume, kapag clockwise ang ikot is palakas yung volume. Ibig sabihin, nag-a-add yung volume, while kapag counterclockwise, pabalik naman siya class is nagma-minus yung volume. Yes class, ganun siya. And additionally, Pascaline is kasing laki siya ng shoebox. So class, do you have any question about Pascaline? Naiintindihan niyo ba class? Okay, very good kung naiintindihan niyo. Okay class, Sir Blaise Pascal is known for his work Treatise de Triangle Arithmetic, in English, Treatise on the Arithmetical Triangle, now known as Pascal Triangle. So class, do you have any idea about Pascal Triangle? Yes, Miss Mercado. Okay, very good. Other? Okay, kung wala na class, here is it. So class, Pascal triangle, it is a triangular arrangement of numbers that gives the coefficient in the expansion of any binomial expression such as x plus y to the nth power. Class, napaka-powerful ng Pascal triangle na ito. Napaka-powerful ng contribution na ito ni Sir Blaise Pascal in the fields of mathematics. Because class, napakarami itong kayang gawin in mathematics. So class, here is the illustration of Pascal triangle. Okay, class, ano ang napansin ninyo sa Pascal triangle? Yes, Miss De Fiesta. Very good. The top of the triangle is 1. Okay, other? Boys on the back. Yes, Mr. Digno. Very good again, class, na ang two sides ng triangle are all 1, which is ito siya, class. So, meron pa ba kayong napansin, class? Yes, Miss Andres. Okay, very good. Na kapag pinag-add mo yung dalawang number sa taas, makukuha mo yung value ng number sa second row at sa mga susunod na row. Okay, class? Ganito siya gawin. So, huwag natin kakalimutan na ang Pascal triangle ay laging nag-start sa 1. Okay, class? Pag sa umpisa pa lang is magbababa tayo ng 1 dito sa isang side, magbababa rin tayo ng 1 dito sa isang side. So, class, dito na mag-i-start yung pag-add. So, first is magbababa ulit tayo ng 1 dito. Tapos, 1 plus 1 equals 2. So, magbababa na naman tayo ng 1 dito sa other side. So, next is, magbababa ulit tayo ng 1. Okay? 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. So, magbababa na naman ulit tayo ng other 1. So, next is, okay, 1 ulit. 1 plus 3 is 4. 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 plus 1 is 4. So, baba ulit ng 1. So, next is, baba ulit. Okay, 1 plus 4 is 5. Okay, tama? 4 plus 6 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. And 4 plus 1 is 5. So, baba ulit ng 1. Okay. Another 1 ulit dito. And 1 plus 5 is 6. 5 plus 10 is 15. 10 plus 10, 20. 10 plus 5 is equal to 15. And 5 plus 1 is 6. So, magbababa ulit tayo ng 1. Okay? Other row is baba ulit guys ng 1. So, wag natin class kakalimutan na mag-down ng 1 sa una at sa huli ng nitong bawat row. Okay? So, 1, okay, down 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 6 plus 15 is 21. And 15 plus 20 equals 35. 20 plus 15 equals 35. 15 plus 6 equals 21. And 6 plus 1 equals 7. And 1, okay, baba ulit ng 1. Okay? Nakukuha ba? Okay? Last row. Okay? Baba ulit ng 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 7 plus 21 is 28. 21 plus 35 is 56. 35 plus 35 is 70. 35 plus 21 is 56. 21 plus 7 equals 28. And 7 plus 1 is 8. And another 1 again. So class, hanggang row 8 lang itong Pascal triangle natin. Pero itong Pascal triangle class is wala itong katapusan. Kaya nitong gumawa kahit 100 row, 1,000 row, hanggang kaya mo siyang i-compute. Okay? Class, paano naman ito gamitin itong Pascal triangle through binomial expansion? So class, sabi, meron tayong x plus y to the nth power. Okay? X plus y to the nth power. So class, ang una natin gagawin is i-row muna natin itong Pascal triangle. So, ito is row 0. Oh ma'am, bakit row 0? Ewan naman. So class, ipapaliwanag ko yan mamaya, okay? So, next is row 1. Row 1. Okay? Row 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, meron tayong 8 row. So, now, sa binomial expansion naman class, so gamitin natin itong x plus y to the nth power. Itong nth, nagsisilbi siya bilang exponent. Ito yung exponent. Pwede natin siyang lagyan ng 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now gawin natin ito at tapat natin siya sa row. Okay? X plus y to the 0 power, x plus y 1 power, so x plus y squared. Okay, next is x plus y to the 3rd power and x plus y to the 4th power. Okay, next is x plus y to the 5th power. Okay, x plus y to the 6 power and x plus y to the 7 power and x plus y to the 8 power. So class, sa paglalagay ng exponent class ng n, hindi lang nag-end sa 8. So kahit ilang number class, pwede nating erase or i-exponent. Okay. Now, paano naman i-expand itong binomial expression na ito using Pascal triangle? So, ganito siya, class. So, start tayo sa 0. So, x, y to the 0 power. So, class, ito na nga. Kaya ito row 0 class dahil lahat ng binomial expression na raised to 0 is equal to 1. Okay? Kaya itong 1 na ito is row 0. Okay? Naiintindihan ba, class? So, next is x, y to 1. Okay? Ikakopy lang din natin yung base class. X plus y. So, next is x plus y squared. So, class, ang madalas natin ginagawa ay ganito, class. X plus y times x plus y. So, gumagamit tayo ng foil method and long method. But class, itong Pascal triangle, pinapadali niya ang binomial expansion. Any binomial expression, class, pinapadali niya ito. So, pag pinag-times natin ito, class, using foil method and long method, ang lalabas is x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. Class, paano naman i-expand ito using Pascal triangle, class? So, class, lagi nating tatandaan at lagi nating unang titignan is yung exponent dahil itong exponent, class, ang magtuturo sa atin kung anong row sa Pascal triangle tayo pupunta. Okay? Okay, since ang square root natin, since ang exponent natin is 2, edi plus sa row 2 tayo, row 2. So, anong mga number ang nasa row 2, class? Meron tayong 1, 2, and 1. So, class, itong 1, 2, and 1, ito na agad, class, yung ating coefficient bawat term. Okay, nakukuha ba? Okay, class, meron tayong 1, 2, and 1. Okay, gamitin natin ang Pascal triangle. So, since kapag 1x squared plus, hindi na natin kailangan isulat yung x ay yung 1 kasi matik naman na bawat variable is may invisible lagi na 1. Okay, x squared lang din sa class. Plus, okay, ating next term is 2 sa Pascal triangle. 2x and y. So, class, dito class, magbabawas tayo ng exponent niya, class. So, 2 minus 1, lagi tayong magmaminus ng 1, okay, equals x na lang. Hindi na rin natin siya kailangan, class, lagyan ng 1 dito kasi matik na meron ng exponent na 1 ang bawat variable. So, class, saan mapupunta yung 1 na iyon? So, dito siya, ma-add naman siya, class, sa 1. So, hindi na rin natin, class, lalagyan kasi sabi ko nga, matik na may bawat variable is may exponent na 1. Okay, next is, okay, plus, other is 1. Hindi na rin natin ilalagay, class. So, variable na lang tayo na 1. Why? So, ano naman ang exponent nito, class? Okay, di ba dito meron tayong 1? 1 minus 1 is 0. So, mawawala na si x natin dito sa kabila. So, saan naman mapupunta yung other exponent na 1, class? So, y class na meron tayong 1 dito kanina is plus 1 is equals to 2. Kaya siya ay y squared. So, class, napansin nyo na parehas, class. Hindi mo na kailangan na gumamit ng foil method and long method kasi mas pinapadali, class, ng Pascal triangle. Okay? Napansin nyo ba, class, na at lahat ng exponent, class, is pantay. So, 2. So, x, y, may exponent na 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Y squared, 2 ulit. So, okay, next tayo, class, sa x plus y cubed. So, since ang exponent natin is 3, class, pupunta tayo sa row 3, which is ang mga binomial coefficients natin ay 1, 3, 3, and 1. So, gamitin na natin siya. So, ang first term natin is 1. Kaya ang mangyayari is x to the cube na lang siya, class. Next is, ang second term natin is 3 plus 3x squared y. So, next term is 3 ulit plus 3x and y squared. So, last term is y. Ang mangyayari is y cube na lang siya, class. So, ano ang napansin nyo rito, class? Di ba nagbabago yung exponent niya? So, yung x, pababa siya, bawat lipat is nagmaminus tayo ng 1. While naman, yung y, yung exponent niya, class, is nagdadagdag tayo ng 1. Tingnan nyo, class. So, x natin, exponent natin is 3, 2, 1, 0. While yung y natin is 0, 1, 2, 3. Nakukuha ba? So, ganun din ang gagawin natin sa x plus y to the 4th and x plus y to the 5th. So, ganito siya, class. Kapag x, so 4 ang ating exponent, pupunta naman tayo, class, sa row 4, which is ang ating mga binomial coefficient is 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. So, gamitin na natin siya. Since first term natin is x, 4, plus, next term is 4, 4x cubed, and y. Plus, next term, 6, 6x squared, y squared, plus, next term, 4, 4x, y cubed, and plus, last term is y, which is y to the 4th. So again, class, tignan natin yung exponent ng bawat ng variable x and y. So yung x natin is 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. While yung y natin is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nakukuha ba, class? Okay, next. X plus y to the 5th. So, since ang exponent natin is 5, punta naman tayo sa row 5, which is ang binomial coefficient natin ay 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, and 1. So, ganito siya, class. First term natin is x to the 5th plus, next term is 5x 4 and y plus, next term is 10, 10x cubed y squared plus, next term natin is 10, 10x squared and y cubed plus, next term is 5, which is 5x y to the 4th plus, last term is y, kaya y to the 5th. So, ganun din, class, yung kanyang exponent. Sa exponent lang tayo nagkakaroon ng pagbabago. So, huwag kayong malito sa binomial coefficient, class, kasi given naman na binibigay na ng Pascal triangle yung binomial coefficient. Basta lagi lang tatandaan, ang exponent natin ay ang exponent ng x natin ay nagbabawas kada lipat ng 1. While naman, kapag y naman, class, is nagdadagdag tayo ng 1 kada lipat ng term. Okay? Nakukuha niyo ba? So, class, now, paano naman kapag itong x plus y to the 6th power is ginawa natin negative? Ilipat natin ang x minus y to the 6th power dito. Okay? X minus y to the 6th power. So, class, para madali yung maunawaan is gumamit tayo ng a plus b to the 6th power to represent x minus y to the 6th power. Okay? A plus b to the 6th power, which, class, is a represent to x and b represent to negative 1. So, since class, ang exponent natin is 6, kukunin natin ang 6 row sa triangle, yung mga binomial coefficient, which is ang ating coefficient sa Pascal triangle ay, so dito lang natin siya ilagay. Meron tayong 6 row is 1, 6, 15, 20, 15, 6, and 1. Okay? So, class, ganun din lang ang pattern na gagawin natin. So, A, since ang ating first term is 1, is A to the 6th power plus second term natin is 6, 6A to the 5th and B. Okay? Tama ba? Plus, next term natin is 15. So, 15A to the 4th and B squared. Okay, right? Next term is 20 plus 20A cubed and B cubed. Okay? Next is 15 plus 15A squared and B to the 4th. So, next term natin is 6 plus 6A and B to the 5th power. And the last term natin is, since 1 ay magiging B to the 6th power na siya. So, class, nakukuha nyo class. So, tingnan natin yung exponent kung tama. Okay, meron tayong, ang ating exponent ng A natin is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So, yung B natin is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Right? Now, class, lahat ng nakikita nating A ay i-substitute natin si X. While lahat ng nakikita nating B ay i-substitute natin si negative Y. Right? Sige, gawin natin. So, A is x to the 6th power plus 6x to the 5th power plus, 6x to the 5th power is negative y plus, next is 15 to the 15x fourth plus, and negative y squared plus 20x cubed and negative y cubed. Okay, nasusundan ba class? Next is plus 15. So A magiging x squared and B negative y to the 4th power. So next is 6 plus, since A magiging x and B magiging negative y to the 5th power. And our last term is B to the 6th power, siya ay magiging negative y to the 6th power. Okay? Class, nasusundan? So, meron na tayong na-substitute na natin si X at si Y. Now, class, ito na yung time natin para i-simplify at makuha na yung binomial expansion. Okay? So, it is, kokopyahin lang natin si x to the 6th power plus, so negative y plus negative y times positive 6x to the 5th is equal to negative 6x to the 5th and y. Tama ba class? Tama ba ang pagko-compute ko? So, next term is, class, tingnan mabuti. So, next term natin is, okay? So, tingnan muna natin yung y class. So, squared siya. Negative y times negative y is equals to positive y. So, positive y squared times 15x to the 4th is equal to 15x to the fourth and y squared. Right? So, next term natin class is, meron tayong negative y raised to 3. So, negative y times negative y times negative y is equal to negative y. So, negative y cubed times 20x cubed is equal to negative 20x cubed and y cubed. Okay? Right? Tama ba? Next term is, so wag mo natin lalagyan ng sign. So, since is negative y plus to the fourth, ang ating exponent is even number. So, napansin ko lahat ng exponent ng even number is, na may even number na ang natinatime sa negative y times is always positive. So, positive. So, negative y times negative y times negative y times negative y is equal to positive y raised to 4. So, meron tayo positive y raised to 4 times 15x squared is equal to positive 15x squared and y to the 4th. Right? So, next is, meron tayong negative y raised to 5 sa ating next term. Okay? So, negative y times negative y times negative y 5 times sa class is negative y. So, meron tayong negative y raised to 5 times 6x is equal to negative 6x and y to the 5th power. Okay? Ang last term natin is negative y. So, negative y times negative y hanggang 6 plus is positive y. So, meron, ang next term natin is plus y to the 6th power. Okay, class, nasusundan ba? So, class, tingnan natin yung exponent. So, class, itong exponent class, yung magli-lead sa ating class kung tama ba rin ba yung answer natin. Okay, right? So, exponent natin is 6. Ang exponent ng x, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right? So, ang ating y naman is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nakukuha mo, class? Okay, good. So, class, this is the power of Pascal triangle in binomial expansion. So, kung nasundan nyo yung pattern ng pag-expand ng binomial, so alam nyo na itong i-compute kapag ka may value na si A at si B or si X and si Y. Okay? That's all for binomial expansion. So, class, it is the next contribution of Sir Blaise Pascal. So, he is one of the pioneer of the theory of probability. So, now, do you have any idea what probability is? Yes, Mr. De Los Santos. Okay, very good. Class, itong probability na to, class, na-encounter na natin to since junior high tayo. So, probability, it is derived from the Latin words probabilis. It is the branch of mathematics that deals with the studies of the possible outcomes of given events together with the outcomes relative likelihoods and distribution. It is a field of mathematics that deals with the chance. So, class, theory of probability of Sir Blaise Pascal, it is his most influential contributions in the fields of mathematics. So, class, actually, meron ditong kasama si Sir Blaise Pascal na nag-develop ng kanilang theory of probability, which is si Sir Pierre de Fermat. Class, here are the illustration of problem of points. So, bago natin pag-aralan ito, class, sino sa inyo ang naglalaro ng Kara-Cruz? Okay, naranasan naman siguro natin ito nung mga bata pa tayo. So, alam nyo ba na dito na-develop ni Sir Blaise Pascal at Pierre de Fermat ang theory of probability sa gambling, class? So, napag-usapan nila ang dalawang class na ang unang makakuha ng 10 points, 10 points class is mananalo ng 100 francs. Which is class, kapag head ang lumabas ay points ni Sir Fermat. While kapag ka-tails naman is kay Sir Pascal. Now, class, nung nagkaroon na ng points si Sir Fermat na 8 points and si Sir Pascal na 7 points, which is kailangan na lang ni Sir Fermat ng 2 points para manalo, para ma-reach yung 10 points, at si Sir Pascal ng 3 points para ma-reach yung 10 points is napagkasunduan nila class na hatiin na lang yung 100 francs or yung price nila ng patas. Now, the problem is how they split 100 francs equally sa class. Ilan ang mapupunta kay Sir Fermat, ilan rin ang mapupunta kay Sir Pascal. So class, since kailangan na lang nila class ng 4 coins to be tossed para matapos yung games. So now, punta na tayo sa problem of points. So class, if 4 coins are to be tossed, the possible outcomes are here. So class, itong pink color represented the outcomes of Sir Fermat, which is 11/16, and itong yellow color class represent the outcomes of Sir Pascal, which is 5/16. So class, ang win share ni Sir Fermat is 11/16, which is 16 divided by 11. Class is 0.6875, or in person class it is 68.75%. While kay Sir Pascal class is 5/16, which is 16 divided by 5 equals 0.3125, which is 31.25%. So class, ito yung win share ni Sir Fermat and Sir Pascal. So class, napagtanto ni Sir Pascal na pwedeng gamitin yung Pascal triangle para makuha yung probability ng win share nilang dalawa. So, since 4 coins to be tossed na lang ang kailangan, he went to the 4th row of the triangle. Which is class, the 4th row of the triangle is 1, 4, 6, 4, and 1. So, the first 3 terms, 1, 4, and 6, 1 plus 4 plus 6 is equal to 11, represented the outcomes where Fermat would win. While the last 2 terms, 4 plus 1 equals 5 class, represented the outcomes where Pascal would win. While the sum of the row 1 plus 4 plus 6 plus 4 and plus 1 is equal to 16, which is represented the total numbers of outcomes. Okay, class? You get the point? Class, ganun din lang siya class sa computation ni Sir Fermat, which is, kay Sir Fermat is 11/16, ang kanyang win share or 68.75%, at kay Sir Pascal is 5/16, which is 31.25%. Now class, I will give you one example on how to compute probability using Pascal triangle. So, what is the probability of 3 heads turning up in a toss of 5 coins? So class, we have 5 coins and 3 heads. So, probability equal to number of combinations over number of possibilities. Class, paano kunin ang number of combinations? So class, meron tayong formulang n choose k, or pwede natin siyang isulat class ng ganito, n choose k, which is class, it represents the entry of an element of nth row and kth column. So, class, since we have 5 points na itutos and we have 3 heads, meron tayong 5, choose 3. So, ang ating nth row is 5. So, punta tayo sa 5th row of the triangle. Which is class, ito siya. Ang 5th row natin is ito. Now class, paano natin hahanapin dito yung paano natin hahanapin dito sa 5th row yung may tatlong 3 heads? So class, ito ang pagkuha. So, itong 1 natin class is 5, choose 0. Next is 5, choose 1. Next is 5, choose 2, and next is 5, choose 3. So class, yung next is 5, choose 4, and next is 5, choose 5. So, nakikita na natin yung ating 5, choose 3, which is, ang value niya is 10, right? So, ang ating 5, choose 3 is 10. Now class, how to compute naman the number of possibilities? So class, ganito lang ang gagawin natin. Pagplasin natin lahat ng number sa 5th row, which is 1 plus 5 is equals to 6, plus 10 is 16, plus 10 is 26, plus 5 is 31, and plus 1 is 32. So, the total numbers of possibilities is 32. So, class, ganito na siya class. Probability, number of combination natin is 10, and number of possibilities natin is 32. Now, class, ang gagawin lang natin, class, is hahanapin natin yung lowest term nito, which is, i-divide natin siya sa 2. So, class, 10 divide 2 is 5, and 32 divide 2 is 16. So, class, sa fraction, meron tayong probability 5 over 16 para makakuha ng 3 heads in a toss of 5 coins. While naman, class, kapag sa percents, gagawin natin 5 divided 16 times 100 is equals to 31.25%, which is we have 31.25% chances na makakuha ng 3 heads in a toss of coins. Okay, class? That's all for Pascal. Do you have any questions or additional information about him and his contribution? So, if none, let's proceed to the next mathematician. So, class, alam ko na alam nyo na kung sino ang next mathematician na ating pag-aaralan. He is Leibniz, right? And it is the picture of Sir Leibniz. Now, what do you think is his full name? Do you have any idea about his full name? Okay, the student will get the right answer. Will have a plus 5 points in our quiz. Yes, Miss Pinera. Okay, other? Oh yes, Mr. Digno. Very good. He is Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. Now, who do you think is he? What do you think is his contributions in the fields of mathematics? So class, Sir Leibniz is a German philosopher, mathematician, and political advisor, important both as metaphysician and as a logician, and distinguished also for his independent invention of the differential and integral calculus. So, he was born on July 1, 1646 at Leipzig, Germany, and died on November 14, 1716 at Hanover, Germany. He is a German polymath, occupies a grand place in history of philosophy, and one of the three 17th century rationalists. He was perhaps the first to explicitly employ the mathematical notion of function to denote geometric concept derived from a curve. He also revived the ancient method of solving equations using matrices, invented practical calculating machines, and pioneered the use of binary system. Also, he introduced notions of self-similarity and the principle of continuity, which foreshadowed an area of the mathematics which would come to be called topology. He considered the most important logician between Aristotle in ancient Greece and George Boole and Augustus de Morgan in 19th century. Class, Sir Leibniz also received different achievements and rewards for some of his contributions, in which were he received credit from Royal Society for his first publication in calculus, and he is usually credited with the early development of the binary number system. So now, let's proceed to the contribution of Sir Leibniz. So class, here are the list of contribution of Sir Leibniz, which is the infinitesimal calculus, binary number system, and a practical calculating machine. So now let's talk first about infinitesimal calculus. Do you have any idea about infinitesimal calculus? Yes, Mr. De Los Santos. Okay, very good. So, infinitesimal calculus is, class, infinitesimal calculus is a branch of mathematics that deals with the finding and properties of derivatives and integrals of functions by methods originality based on the summation of infinitesimal differences. So, infinitesimal calculus class divided into two branches, which is the integral and differential calculus. Now, before we proceed on that, let's talk first about two mathematicians that involved in invention of calculus. So class, remember that Sir Newton is the first mathematician who discovered calculus, and Sir Leibniz is the first mathematician who published calculus. So, tandaan ninyo yung kanilang pagkakaiba, class. Now, let's talk first about their notations in calculus. So, here are the Leibniz and Newton's notation for calculus. We have differentiation and integration. So, let's talk first about differentiation. So, Newton used a dot over the dependent variable to indicate a derivative. Two dots for a second derivative and etc. So, ito yung notations class ni Newton, which is makikita natin na y and then meron siyang dot sa taas and dy over dt. Now, Leibniz just used dx and dy to indicate infinitesimal increments in the independent and dependent variable. So, meron tayong d f of x and d over x, or dy and dx. So class, y is our dependent variable and x is our independent variable. So now, let's proceed to integration. So, Newton never used consistent notation for integration, sometimes using a bar of a variable and sometimes putting the variable in a box. Which class, makikita nyo na meron tayong x na meron siyang line sa taas or x na nasa loob siya ng box. Ito yung notations ni Newton sa integration. And Leibniz used extend S to indicate the sum of infinitely many infinitesimal quantities f of x for each infinitesimal increments dx between the two stated limits a and b. So, ito naman class ang notations ni Sir Leibniz, which is meron tayong extend x na sinasabi and b, a, f of x, and dx. So, class, itong notation sa differentiation and integration ang gagamitin natin mamaya kapag kukuha tayo ng derivative and antiderivative. Now, let's proceed to the branches of calculus. So, the first, we will talk about differential calculus. So, differential calculus is a method which deals with the rate of change of one quantity with respect to one another. So, differential calculus focuses on the slopes of a curves, velocities, and tangents of lines. Now, in differential calculus class, the process of finding derivative is called differentiation. In which word class, gagamitin natin yung notations ni Leibniz na dy over dx. Now, how to find derivatives? So, let me give you an example. Let's say that we have y equals 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 5x and plus 2. Now, paano natin kukunin yung derivative ng function na ito? So, gagamitin natin class yung notation ni Leibniz about sa differentiation, which is dy over dx. So, class, para makuha yung derivative ng function na ito is, ang gagawin natin is times by the power and minus 1 from the power. Last, tandaan nyo ang pattern na ito para makuha yung derivative dahil ito yung magiging guide natin sa pagkuha ng derivative. So, ang gagawin na natin first is times by the power, in which pagtatimesin natin yung coefficient tapos yung exponent. So, 2 times 3 is 6. So, next is minus 1 from the power. So, meron tayong 6x. 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Now, plus, okay, 9 times 2 is 18. 18x and 2 minus 1 is 1. So, hindi na natin siya class lalagyan ng 1 dahil lahat ng variable ay meron na siyang invisible 1. So, plus 5x, which is meron tayong 1 invisible exponent sa x, which is 1 times 5 is equal to 5. And 1 minus 1 from the power is 1 minus 1 is 0. So, meron tayong x raised to 0. So, lahat ng variable or number na may exponent sa 0 is equal to 1. Kaya class, hindi na natin siya i-include rito, pati na rin si 2. Kaya ang derivative na lang ng y equals 2x raised to 3 plus 9x squared plus 5x plus 2 is dy over dx, 6x squared plus 18x and plus 5. So class, ito na ang ating derivative. Now, next example. Example number 2, we have y equals 7x cubed plus 8x squared. So class, mapapansin nyo na meron lang tayong dalawang term. Huwag kayong malilito dahil ganun din lang ang process na gagawin natin, which is mas madali ang 2 term lang siya kaysa rito sa mas marami. So, dy plus over dx equals, okay, times by the power, 7 times 3 is equal to 21 and x, and 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. So, meron na tayong 21x raised to 2 plus, okay, 8 times 2 is equal 16. So, x and 2 minus 1 is raised to 1, and hindi na natin siya class kailangan isulat. So, ang derivative ng y is equal to 7x cubed plus 8x squared is dy over dx is equal to 21x squared plus 16x. So, class, nakukuha ba? Okay. Now, let's proceed to the integral calculus. So, class, integral calculus is a reverse method of finding the derivative. We deal here with the total size, such as area and volumes, on a large scale. It is the process of finding antiderivatives. So, kung meron tayong derivative, meron din tayong antiderivative, which is ang process na gagamitin natin class, or ang tawag sa process na gagamitin natin sa integral calculus on finding antiderivative is called integration. Now, ang gagamitin nating notation is, so ito yung notations class na gagamitin natin. We have extend x, which is, ito yung ating integration symbol. And itong f of x natin is ang ating integrand. And c, constant. So now, how to find antiderivative? So, let me give you an example, which is 9x squared plus 4x plus 5, close and open parenthesis, dx. So, meron din tayong process on how to compute the antiderivatives. So, tandaan nyo class, unang gagawin is add 1 to the power, and next is divide by the new power, and the last is plus c or constant. So, sa 9x squared equals 9x squared, 2 plus 1, since ang exponent natin is 2, mag-add tayo ng 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Now, next is, i-divide natin yung 9 sa 3, which magkakaroon na tayo ng 9x raised to 3 over 3. Nakukuha? Next is 4x. So, meron tayo ditong invisible 1. Mag-add naman tayo ng 1 sa exponent. So, magkakaroon na tayo class ng exponent na 2, which is, yung 2 naman is, i-divide natin, magkakaroon na tayo ng 4x squared over 2. So, next is plus, so, 5 add 1 to the power, so magkakaroon na tayo ng 5x. And divide by the power is 1, so hindi na natin kailangan ilagay. And last is plus c. Now, i-simplify na natin itong may over na 3 and 2, which is magkakaroon na tayo ng 9 divided by 3 is 3x raised to 3 plus, okay, 4 divided by 2 is 2x raised to 2 plus 5x plus c. So, ang antiderivatives or ang integration ng 9x squared plus 4x plus 5 is 3x cubed plus 2x squared plus 5x plus c. Now, naiintindihan niyo ba, class? Okay, I give you another example. Okay, example number 2. Integrate 6x squared plus 18x plus 5. So, class, again, ang process natin is add 1 to the power, and next is divide by the new power, and don't forget to add constant or letter C. So, 6x squared, since 2 ang ating exponent, mag-add tayo ng 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. And next na gagawin natin is divide by the new power, which is magiging 6x raised to 3 over 3. So, next is 18x. So, plus 18x, meron tayong exponent na 1. So, 1 plus 1 is 2. And divide by the new power, magkakaroon tayo ng 18x squared over 2. Next is, meron tayong 5, which is, add 1 to the power is magkakaroon na tayo ng 5x. And don't forget to add constant or C. So, class, ang gagawin na natin is, i-simplify na natin ito, which is, 6 divide 3 is, magkakaroon na tayo ng 2x cube plus, okay, class, plus, meron tayong 18 divide 2, or 18x squared divide 2 is magkakaroon tayo ng 9x squared. Okay, plus 5x and C. So, class, ang integration ng 6x squared plus 18x plus 5 dx is equal to 2x cubed plus 9x squared plus 5x and plus C. Okay? Nakukuha ba, class? Naiintindihan ba? Okay, very good. So now, let's proceed to the next contribution of Sir Leibniz. The next contribution of Sir Leibniz is the binary number system. So class, do you have any idea about binary number system? So, if none, binary number system is, class, in mathematics, binary number system is a positional numeral system employing 2 as the base and so requiring only 2 different symbols needed in the decimal system. So class, instead of using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on in our system, 2 symbols lang ang gagamitin natin, which is the 0 and 1. So now, how to compute, how to calculate decimal numbers into binary number system. Halimbawa is how to calculate your age into binary number system. Class, I have here a decimal number and their equivalent into binary number system. So class, tandaan, meron tayong decimal number, decimal system, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And meron din tayong binary numbers, which is, ang 1 is equal to 1, and 2 is 10, 3, 11, 4, 100 or 1, 0, 0, 5, 101, 6 is 110, 8, 7 is 111, 8 is 1,000, 9 is 1,001, and 10 is 1,010. So class, mapapansin nyo na 1 and 0 lang ang ginagamit or madalas or talagang ginagamit sa binary number system. So, I will give you an example on binary numbers to decimal. So class, example 1, let us say that we have 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 1 is equivalent to. So, ang gagawin natin dito is binary to decimal. Meron tayong binary number, which is class, ang gagawin lang natin dito is madali lang. So, isulat natin siya pababa, which is yung 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 1. So class, paano natin nakuha itong number dito sa kabila? So ang gagawin lang natin class is 1, times lang natin siya from 1, ita-times natin siya always by 2. For example, 1 times 2 is 2. So next is 2 times 2 is 4. Next is 4 times 2 is 8. Next naman is 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. And 32 times 2 is 64. 64 times 2 is 128. And 128 times 2 is 256. Now, ganun lang class yung process na gagawin natin or yung pattern on how to calculate binary number system. So, always times 2 lang siya o di kaya i-multiply, i-add mo siya by itself. For example, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 8, kung saan kayo mas nadadalian. So now, i-compute na natin sa class para makuha natin yung decimal value ng binary numbers na ito. So, mag-i-start tayo sa 1, which is 1 times 1 is 1, 0 times 2 is 0, 1 times 4 is 4, 0 times 8 is 0, 0 times 16, 0, 1 times 32 is 32, 0 times 64, 0, 1 times 128 is 128, 1 times 256 is 256. Now class, pag-a-addin na natin ito sila lahat para makuha na natin yung value ng binary numbers na ito. Which is, kapag pinag-add natin silang lahat, ang makukuha natin is 411. So, class, mapapansin ninyo may mga zero tar. It means na ang number lang na para makuha yung 411 is 256, 128, 32, 4, and 1. So, that's all for binary to decimal. Now, paano naman kapag decimal to binary? So, class, madali lang ito. Class, let us say that we have 150. Example. Now, how to calculate 150 to binary? What is the value of 150 into binary? So, class, ang gagawin lang din natin ay ganun lang rin, which is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 times 2 is 64. Next is 64 times 2 is 128. And 128 times 2 is 256. So now, ano na ang gagawin natin? So, ganito ang gagawin natin, class. Ano yung number na malapit sa 150 or bago mag-150? So, tingnan nyo, yung 256 class is malayo na siya or mataas na siya sa 150. So, ano yung number na gagamitin natin? Yes, Miss De Fiesta. Okay, very good. 128. So, meron tayong equals 150 is 128. Now, paano na natin kukunin yung kasunod na? So, ang gagawin lang natin, class, is i-minus natin siya, which is 150 minus 128 is 22. Now, ano yung number na malapit sa 22? So, class, tingnan nyo yung 64, mataas na siya sa 22, which is hindi natin siya gagamitin. 32, mataas na rin siya. 16, yes, 16 ang ating gagamitin. So, mag-add tayo dito ng 16. Now, next na step is 22 minus 16. 22 minus 16 is equal to, yes, Miss Palafox, 6. Very good. Okay, 6. Now, ano yung number na malapit sa 6 or bago mag-6? Which is 4. Yes. So, mag-add na naman tayo dito ng 4. Okay? Next step natin is 4, 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 is equal to 2. 6 minus 4 class is equal to 2. Now, meron tayong number na 2, which is, ito na class yung gagamitin natin. Mag-a-add tayo dito ng plus 2. Now, tingnan natin class kung pag pinag-add natin itong lahat na ito is equal siya to 150. Okay? 128 plus 16 is 144. Plus 4 is 148. Plus 2 is 150. Very good. Since equal siya class is 150 to 150 class dahil pinag-add natin itong lahat. So, lahat ng number na ito is lalagyan natin siya ng 1, which is, class, tingin kayo dito, which is 1. Wala tayong 1, kaya magiging 0 siya. Next is number 2. Meron tayong 2, magiging 1. 4, meron tayo 1. 8, 0. 16, meron tayo. And 32, wala, 0. 64, 0. 128 is meron tayo. Now class, the value of 150 into binary numbers is 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, class, nakukuha ba? So, now I will give you other example in decimal to binary. So, let me say that we have 75. Okay? Example number 2, 75. So, ganun din lang gagawin natin class, which is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Okay? 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. And 32 times 2 is 64. And 64 times 2 is 128. So now class, ano yung number na mas mababa sa 75? So, meron tayo class 64. Very good. Okay? Equals, lagay natin dito, 64. Next, paano yung step na gagawin natin? So, imaminus lang natin yung 64 sa 75. So, 75 minus 64 is 11. So, now class, ano yung number na hindi tataas sa 11 or before mag-11? So, meron tayong yung 16 class, mataas na siya. So, 8. Okay, meron tayong 8. Add ulit tayo ng 8 dito. So, next step is 11 minus 8. So, 11 minus 8, makakuha tayo ng 3. Yes. Okay? Ano yung number bago mag-3 na hindi naman siya tataas or mas mataas sa 3? So, class, meron tayong 2. Okay. So, mag-add tayo dito ng 2 class. Okay. 3. Next is 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Okay? Last number natin is 1. So, add ulit tayo ng 1 dito. So, class, tingnan nga natin, class, na kapag pinag-add natin ito is equal siya sa 75. So, okay, class, 64 plus 8 is 72. Okay? Plus 2, 74. Plus 1, 75. Okay, nakuha na natin. So, ganun ulit ang gagawin natin. Yung may mga number dito ay lalagyan natin ng 1 at yung wala naman is 0. Okay? 1, meron tayo. Okay, 1 ito. Next is 2, meron tayo. 1 ulit. 4, wala. 0. 8, meron. 1. 16, wala. Okay, 32, wala. 64, meron. Okay, hanggang dyan lang tayo, class. So, the value of 75 in binary number is 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay, nakukuha ba, class? Naiintindihan ba? Okay? Is there any question about binary numbers? Okay, kung wala, Now let's proceed to the next contribution of Sir Leibniz. Class, the next contribution of Sir Leibniz is his invention of the practical calculating machine. So class, ang tawag sa practical calculating machine na ito noon is step reckoner. And now is naging Leibniz wheel na siya. So, what do we mean by step reckoner and the function of this in the fields of mathematics? So, step reckoner. So class, step reckoner. It was a digital mechanical calculator invented around 1673 and completed in 1694. So, it was the first calculator that could perform all four arithmetic operations, which are the addition, subtractions, multiplication, and division. So class, step reckoner also could do even extracting roots. So I have here a picture of step reckoner. So class, ganito ang itsura ng step reckoner. Tandaan, ang tawag dati sa calculator na ito na inimbento ni Sir Leibniz is step reckoner, but now ang tawag na rito is Leibniz wheel. Okay? That's all for Pascal and Leibniz thoughts and contributions in the fields of mathematics. Now, were you able to follow through our discussions? Do you really understand it? Do you have any questions or clarifications? So, if there's any, please raise your hand before we proceed to your activity. Well, since I'm done presenting and explaining the thoughts and contributions of Pascal and Leibniz in the fields of mathematics, now let us proceed to your activities. But class, before you bring out a whole sheet of papers, here are our rules. Okay, class? Okay, don't cheat, sit properly, keep quiet, and answer freely. Okay? Let us start your activity. Alright, pens up. Finish or not finish, kindly pass your papers in front. So, at the count of 10, all papers must be submitted to me. Late papers will not accepted. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. We'll check your activities now and please write corrected by on the papers that you are going to check. Okay? Let us answer your activity. So, please raise your hand if you want to answer. Kindly pass the check papers from highest to lowest. So, 10. Okay, very good. 9. 8. Okay, ang mataas natin is 10 and lowest natin is 8. Very good. Nakapasa kayong lahat sa ating activities. Okay, hoping that everybody learned something today. Now, can I request someone to summarize what our discussion is all about or what are the things you have learned today? Yes, Miss De Fiesta. Okay, very good. Other? Yes, Mr. De Los Santos. Okay. And last? Yes, Miss Solon. Okay, very good. Okay, let's give everybody Aling Indonesia claps. So, class, tatlong palakpak, tatlong padyak, and very good, very good, very good. Okay, sabay-sabay. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good, very good, very good. Class, before we proceed to your evaluation, here is your assignment. Okay, class, please copy it on your notebook and submit it next meeting. A student who will not able to turn the papers by next meeting will not be permitted inside my class unless if they have a valid reason. Okay, now let us proceed to your evaluation. So please bring out a pen only because I have here a form for your evaluation. Okay, that's all for today. I hope that our discussions brought a lot of learnings to all of you. So, Mr. Digno, please lead for our closing prayer. Amen. Thank you and see you next meeting. Goodbye, class.
Goodbye, ma'am.